Slam, slam, slam. Check, go.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Big ass, big ass, big ass.
A give running right is Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Shit. Check 31, check 31.
Here's Bailey to throw on 3rd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Yep.
Bailey on 1st down. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Go. 36. Rock it. Check 24. 22-jet bomber. Hit it.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, exit. Yes. Hey, no, look at that. Hey, we got Mike 50. Look at me. Go. Kill. Fire.
Back to throw. Bailey. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Ready. 8, read. Ready.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
Check 4. Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Lee Griffin.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Bravo.
Check tight. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
I got it. Now. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Costello gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. 6-0 our score after 1.
Let him know. Shift.
Hey, wahoo!
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Bailey now looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw is Bailey. From the gun, he'll throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check hard.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Costello. He'll get this to Eckler. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 16th touchdown of the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down.
On the ready.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Delta. Check 52. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike. Go.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Jumper.
61, matchbox lights.
Too little, Captain.
Throwing to start the drive. Costello. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey.
Now Eckler. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Come on, QB, come on. 57 to Mike.
Go.
Knock it out.
Hey, orbit.
57.
Yo, cheetah.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. He got 29 yards that time.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready, 8, read.
57.
Smooth.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Protein spill.
Hey, check Mike 57. I'm coming for you, son. 57 to Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
You. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Here we go.
57. Mike, 57. Yep.
I'm coming after you.
5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
70, Indy.
Wilder. Check it out, Reed.
Hey, Echo.
Rush in. 25. Check 25.
Hey, Sam on. Yes.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking to throw. Bailey. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Now Bailey, back to the air on 2nd down. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. And this
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the 1st quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
10 Lobo. Look at me. Zipper. Now. Fight.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get up.
It got his man complete. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
36 yards. That's good for a Panther.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. 50, mark 50, mark 50. Hey, that's scared. Go. Now.
Here's Bailey operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
General West. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, exit. 57, go. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's going to let this one go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Bravo.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gilbert. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
All day, baby, all day.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
Failing to throw again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check safety. Check. Lucky.
Bailey now from the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, Doug Peterson turns it over to the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Tackle made by K1 Short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the flag.
Buzz. Get it.
From the gun, Costello. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, Alpha.
57.
Bam.
Get in the weight room. Watch the safety creep. Check.
Hey, lock it.
Check.
Ready.
Back to throw. Costello. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Watch the slant.
Hey, Delta. On the ball. Lee Griffin.
Operating from the gun. Costello. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, let's get up.
Yeah, shoot.
From the gun, Costello. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
57. We want this.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Ready, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Hit it.
And again, it's Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to throw is Baylor on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Set. 18, Gator.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Snap.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Set. Ready. 8, read.
54, Mike. Check, 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 check. Check.
X3. 218, get it.
Looking to throw. Failing. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Panthers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he loses the football a second time. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
On the ready.
Check, 59, 59.
Yo, go.
Oh, yeah.
Beat them.
Running on first down, Eckler. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check, 59. Tackles.
Shoot.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Let's go heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next to score, Monkeys 42, Panthers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Back to throw. Bailey. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Topper!
Now Bailey throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Bailey. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Let's see what you got. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomb. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.